Greetings and welcome to your Northwest Minnesota labor market update for June 2021. My name is Eric White and I am a regional labor market analyst with the Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development, also known as DEED. Over the next few minutes, I will share updated unemployment rates and labor force estimates for the region, as well as look at over-the-year changes in employment. Lastly, I'll share concrete steps for businesses to help attract, develop, and retain talent. Northwest Minnesota's unemployment rate was 3.4% in May, while Minnesota had a 3.7% rate. Northwest Minnesota's unemployment rate was lower than the state's for the first time since November of last year, as the winter season tends to disproportionately affect Northwest Minnesota's unemployment rate. May's unemployment reading for the region was 1.1 percentage point lower than it was last month, an indication of unemployed workers finding jobs. May's unemployment rate was also 4.6 percentage points less from May of 2020, or a year ago, when COVID was most impacting unemployment rates. Breaking down Northwest Minnesota into the four economic development regions, we find that the unemployment rate for EDR1 or Northwest was 3.7. For EDR2 or Headwaters, it was 4.1. EDR4 or West Central, the unemployment rate was 2.8, and for EDR5 or North Central, the unemployment rate was 3.9. Economic Development Region 4 or West Central's unemployment rate is the lowest of all economic development regions in the state. However, the region is also home to two of the highest county unemployment rates in the state, as Mahnomen recorded a 5.9% unemployment rate and Clearwater a 5.6% unemployment rate. With the release of May's local area unemployment statistics, we can also find labor force estimates, which is simply the sum of employed and unemployed people. In May 2021, there were 298,888 people in the labor force of the Northwest Planning Region, or about 9.8% of the state's labor force. From May 2020, the labor force has increased by 2,339 people, or a 0.8% increase. However, the labor force in Northwest Minnesota is 8,785 people less than it was 2 years ago in May 2019. Breaking down the planning region by economic development regions, we find that EDR1, Northwest, and EDR5, North Central, recorded over-the-year declines in labor force, with a loss of about 600 people each. Meanwhile, EDR2, Headwaters, and EDR4, West Central, had labor force increases over the year, with the former gaining 800 people and the latter adding nearly 2,750. All economic development regions recorded labor force losses since May of 2019, with EDR1 Northwest recording a decrease of 2,800 people in its labor force, or a 5.9% reduction. EDR5 North Central labor force dropped by 3,353 people, for a 3.9% decrease in labor force from 2 years ago. With the latest release of quarterly census of employment and wage data, we can find the annual average employment change from 2020 to 2021. Overall, Northwest Minnesota lost 12,454 jobs, a 5.6% decrease in employment over the year. Accommodations and food service lost more than a third of all jobs in the region, with a decline of 4,507 jobs. This job loss equaled a 20% reduction in total employment for the sector. Educational services and manufacturing had over 1,500 job losses from 2020 to 2021. In healthcare, social assistance, retail trade, other services, arts, entertainment, and recreation, and public administration recorded considerable job losses too. Overall, 18 of 20 industry sectors in the region recorded over-the-year job losses, while the construction industry was the lone bright spot in the region by adding 186 jobs, a 1.1% gain. With unemployment rates falling and job vacancies increasing, indications are that we are in a tight labor market. If you are an employer struggling to navigate current market conditions, check out this informational brochure with concrete steps in getting applicants, such as reviewing job postings to ensure minimum qualifications and using plain language, updating your website with your current openings, stay active on social media, share why people like to work for your company, communicate often during the recruitment and hiring process to help prevent ghosting, look for the right attitude in candidates instead of checking the boxes for every qualification, explore ways to overcome common barriers like lack of transportation and childcare, consider your brand and work to correct misconceptions and negative perceptions, consider offering non-traditional benefits that could make you an employer of choice, and learn what companies in your region or industry who are successful in recruiting and hiring are doing today. Remember, the name of the game is to attract, develop, and retain talent. Questions, comments, concerns? Don't hesitate to reach out to me or any of the other labor market analysts across the state. Thank you and take care.